Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel, and my name is Macy. Today we are going to be talking about the Wet n Wild Color Icon Eyeshadow 10 Pan Palette. This is $5. Can you believe it? It's $5 and you get 10 colors. They are beautiful shades. This is the Rose in the Air palette. I did buy a few of the other palettes, but they have yet to ship yet, so today we're just going to be talking about this one. And the colors in this are absolutely beautiful. You have a lot of warm shades, a lot of nice browns and transitions, and what I love about this palette color is just the purples and the deep reddish browns and the awesome transition shades, so that is amazing. I'm just going to read off the description real quick off the Wet n Wild website. Powerfully pigmented, buttery soft, glides on like a dream. That's what we dreamed of with our reformulated color icon eyeshadows. Our reformulated color icon hues come in a mix of coveted colors. I don't know how to read. From shimmery daytime hues to sultry shades of cocktail hours, including new matte transition shades for impeccable blending. And so we are going to do some swatches of the palette. We are going to do the eye look that I have on today and kind of go through you know, the features of the palette itself. Stay tuned for an overview of the swatches and how I got this look, and thanks for watching. Okay, so I did my makeup already. I did foundation, powder, bronzer, all of that, and then I did my eyebrows instead of my eye makeup, and I didn't put on any primer yet. Real quick, today I used the new Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil, and this is $4 on Wet n Wild's website. Let me know how it looks. It looks pretty good in person, but on video you can definitely see some of the sparseness, I guess, and how it kind of applies, and I even brushed it as well, so that's how that looks. $4. So real quick, we can do some swatches of the palette, and that's smoke in the background. So these are all the shades in the palette, and as you could see, I only did one swatch of the colors and they came out super pigmented. I didn't have to do another swatch of them. I only did one, which is awesome. You're gonna get a lot of color payoff with these. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to prime using my Too Faced Shadow Insurance 24-Hour Anti-Crease Primer. So using my Morphe E27, I'm gonna first go in with the number 1 transition shade. Tap some off. You do get a lot of tap off. Put that in my crease. Next, I am taking my Morphe M441 brush, and I am going to take number 5 in my crease as well, just to darken it up. Next, I am going to go into number 7, and I'm going to be using a more precise brush. This is a Morphe E17. And I'm just going to get that in the corners of my eyelid. I am going to take number 9 and use it on a smaller flat top mini brush using my M508. And I'm going to use this and put it right under my eyes in the corner. I'm going to go back in with my Morphe E27 and just grab some of the shade 5 and just blend out my eyeshadow. I'm going to take a more flat brush. This is my medium shadow brush by Sephora, and I'm going to take the cream color number 2 shade for a eyebrow highlight, and I also tapped off the excess. I'm going to go in with that same brush and grab number 3, which is that golden shade, and put that on my lid. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into my crease using a Morphe M321, and I'm gonna actually go back into the same shade, number 7, and cut out my crease a little bit more. Alright, so this is how it came out. I think it came out really well, and it looks super pigmented, has a lot of colors payoff to it, and I love lots of color payoff. So that's how it looks without any eyeliner, mascara, or eyelashes, and I think it looks gorgeous. So I am going to finish my makeup, and then I will be right back to kind of just talk about the look itself, and yeah. Alright, so we are all set with the makeup. Put on some lashes. You can still kind of see the glue drying up. Did some eyeliner and just put on a quick lipstick, and this is the final look. I think it came out really well, and I also think that it has a lot of color to it. It has a lot of payoff. A tad bit of excess came off, which I'm okay with that because I do like a eyeshadow that's very pigmented, and it doesn't really matter to me about the excess fallout as long as it blends easily. As long as the color payoff is really nice, then that's okay with me. To be completely honest, the shadow itself I find looks and feels a lot better than some of my other palettes I have, and I will kind of quickly talk about some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes and kind of give you my expectations when it comes to an eyeshadow palette and what I really enjoy in an eyeshadow palette. This one I actually got for my birthday. This is the NYX Happy Birthday palette right here, and this one I did not think I would love as much as I do, and I love it so much because of the colors. The color payoff is really nice, and you have a bunch of different shades that you can use, and it's just beautiful. You have a lot of different shades. They're not just, you know, your typical shades, and they come off really, really well, really pigmented as well. And one of my other favorites would be the Lorac 1 palette. I definitely use this a lot, but the reason why this is another favorite of mine is because there's a lot of color payoff. There's a lot of eyeshadow that actually goes on your eye. You don't have to continue reapplying and reapplying to get the color payoff that you want. So I have, you know, MAC colors. I have the Naked palette. I have oh, and also I have the Morphe palette, and this is another one of my favorites as well. But what I'm trying to say is that the Wet n Wild Color Icon 10 pan is super comparable to some of my other favorite palettes that I have, and I'm definitely going to continue using it. Some of my other palettes I'm not too much of a fan of because of the color, of the payoff. Just, you know, you don't get a lot of color on your eyes when you use this palette, and it's not very visible in my opinion. You know, these are the MAC palette, the MAC colors that I have. I have the Naked palette. I have some Revlon palettes and Smashbox, and honestly, you know, these palettes here, the Wet n Wild, the Lorac, the NYX, are some of my favorites because of the color payoff, because it actually shows on your eyelid, and I don't have that much space on my eyelids, so you really need to have eyeshadow that will actually show on your lid. That's the reason why I'm a big fan of this palette here. Yeah, so that is how that looks. This little guy is still drying. Why is it so white? I love it, and it looks really beautiful. This is only $5, and if you're debating about trying it out, I definitely will say try it out and go and grab it when you can. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.